What's up, everybody? Divine here. Sorry, I've been gone for so long. I kind of been sick for like a couple of days now. So like I've been trying to recuperate and feel better, but like I'm getting back into the swing of things. I've been seeing a lot of people, for one, talk about Ball, who is gone now, if you don't know him, but also Kokomi, and it kind of had my mind in a little bit of idea. It had me thinking because I feel as if all was 2.1. Everyone has been dissatisfied, and I can say that for me, I have been sort of dissatisfied, but not in a sense of like everyone else. And the main reason I would say that is because I feel dissatisfied in the sense of there isn't, you know, right now the community isn't, as connected as I think it should be, and it's not, together as it should be. And that's where most of my dissatisfaction comes, because everywhere I go I see negativity. And first it started with Ball. If you don't know, at the beginning of this patch we had Ball's banner, and with Ball's banner we had, I think, Ball, Sara, and I forgot the 4-star, like the other 4-star. I think it was Sukaros and Shank Ling, right? And so that was a great banner, but there's so much talk about Ball and if she should be buffed and if she's good. And I think a lot of people wanted her to be a DPS, and I do think she can DPS. I just don't think at a main DPS level. I don't think she's a good main DPS. I think she's a good burst DPS, but I do not think she's a good main DPS. But with Kokomi, we have this other situation where now it feels as if Kokomi's just not viable in general. And I don't want to, shit on Kokomi fans and be like, oh yeah, your character's oh yeah, this character's garbage, ha ha ha, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna be like that kind of person. But one thing I will say is simply enough, Kokomi isn't as viable as I think she can be, and neither was Ball. And so I constantly feel like not 1 point, but 2.1 was a very uneventful patch. And it's kind of saddening to see how much MiHoYo has missed the mark on this patch. Like, I have to be straight up and blunt honest with it. They've missed the mark with this patch. First, it started with the quest. Many lore heads didn't like the quest. Many. I personally liked it. I made a video talking about why I liked it. I do see the flaws. I see the issues that some people are having, with all of 2.1. I enjoyed little bits and pieces of it, but overall, I can see why people are upset. And I can see why people do not feel the way, or I can see how people feel the way they do about all these characters, about the story, and about 2.1 in general, because it feels as if MiHoYo has definitely missed the mark. The anniversary rewards, oh my god, those are just very just atrocious right now. The freaking characters, not as viable as I feel that they could have been. They're not hitting as hard as they could have hit, and it just feels as if right now MiHoYo needs to bounce back. And we already kind of could tell, just because now they're releasing like they're telling us the characters beforehand. We already know definitely that there's probably gonna be reruns next patch. So there is not gonna be like any new characters next patch, or new 5-stars. So this gives us a perfect chance to, save up. Because if they did have any new 5-stars, they would have probably announced them. Because only character that seems to be coming is Toma. And Toma just doesn't look like a 5-star. That's just going to be my own opinion. But, But I also feel as if right now, the community of Genshin and the way things are going is... Are these Ronin really following me this hard? Whoa. They're not gonna jump down here, are they? They'd kill themselves. Yeah, see. But I constantly see the Genshin community in a state of just not together. I don't know what to call it, like disorder. Because there's so many people with clashing ideals and clashing feelings on how to feel about these characters and how to feel on certain units. And right now, I just feel as if someone has to speak on it, because there's so much negativity, there's so much animosity, there's so much just... I feel as if dissatisfaction. That's the word I was looking for. Dissatisfaction. There's so much dissatisfaction in the community over units, over the anniversary, over all of it, and it's just something I really feel as if we need to speak about, because if we just keep ignoring it, it's just going to keep going and going and going. I think someone needs to give feedback. For one, I think one of the biggest issues with everyone's dissatisfaction in this patch is definitely the characters. Ball, for one, Electro in general is not as viable as, we would like to make it seem. Ball herself is a great battery and a great sub DPS, but it constantly runs into this thing, and I think Electro constantly runs into this, and it's the thing that all Electro characters aren't, viable, but them themselves aren't bad, if that makes sense. Like, Electro characters aren't even bad. Like, Ball, Sara, Beto, Fischl, Razor, all these characters are good, but the element itself is holding these characters back from being viable. And so, with Kokomi, Hydro is good, right? Hydro is really good. It's good for vape. It's good for tasers. But the issue with Hydro itself is that right now, no one wants another Hydro Catalyst user, nor a healer. Like, when do we need healing? We have, like, if I look at the healers right now. Sorry. I had to cough there. If we look at the healers and we look at the characters in game, right? We have Chi-Chi, Diona. Let's look at, for one, how many 4-star healers there is. Diona, Chi-Chi. You have Jean, who's another 5-star healer, so that's 2 5-star healers. You have Barbara, who's free. You have Noelle, who's free. You have, who else? I feel like there's another unit I'm missing. I can't tell. Sayu, that's who I'm missing. Sayu, who we literally just got. And so now you have Kokomi. And the main thing I'm always left wondering, whenever I think about Kokomi, is who is this character made for? What is this character made to do? Because healing is already something a plethora of characters already does. And at that, a plethora of 4-stars. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then also Bennett. I completely forgot about Bennett because Bennett is forgettable. I know y'all might love him, and I know he's like 6-star, yes. But even Bennett, everyone uses Bennett. I don't use Bennett, but everyone uses Bennett. So that's the thing. You have Bennett, Chi-Chi, Jean. You have Barbara, Noelle. You have, and now Sayu and Diona. So it's like, since the game's been getting released, we've had all these healers. We've gotten Diona for free at one point. We got Noelle for free. We got Barbara for free. We just had Sayu on Yumia's banner, and on top of that, it's been months since Jean came out. So someone, most people I've seen has at least one of these, 5-star, some of the 5-star standard characters. I have I think 2 D-Luke. So at the end of the day, I could have, oh, I don't have it, or I can't show it here. But what I'm trying to say is that with these units, right, both of these units, I think, both of these 5-stars, you run into an issue of they're not really worth the primo gems. Ball had way more, I think, oomph, and she had raw damage. So, like, you could easily dismiss getting Ball because she has raw damage, and she's easy as hell to build energy recharge. You know what I mean? So, like, Ball herself was actually, pretty decent. It's the element that holds her back. With Kokomi, it's her kit that holds her back, I believe. And luckily, in the archive, we can look at this. But if you look at Kokomi's kit, and you look at what she does, she's a Hydro Catalyst user with 3 attacks, and these probably scale up way higher. These are level 1. That's these scalings. But let's look at her what's the names and look at her abilities. She throws out a jellyfish that doesn't even taunt, that deals hydro damage and heals based off her max HP. That's it. Then her ult gives her a little shroud a garment, increasing her normal and charge attack damage, and all, I guess, all her damage, I will say. And then that's based off her max HP. And then her normal charge attacks heal and now restore HP for all characters. You know a character who can do this? Barbara. Barbara does that. And Barbara, guess what? You do not need to be on fielder. Diana shields, heals. I don't want to shit on Kobe players. I don't want to make it seem as if your character is useless and that you wasted money. Because at the end of the day, if you like the character, you didn't waste money. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like the character, you didn't waste money. If that's what you want to hear, that's what you're going to hear. Because at the end of the day, it's your account. It's your game. Play how you want. I will say, though, for an average player, for average people, Kokomi is not even needed. At all. At all. Especially if you have Barbara, Diana, all these healers built. Like, if we look at my account, I have Barbara at 80. I have Noelle at 80. I have Diana at 80 as well. I have 3 healers at 80. I have Chi-Chi and Sayu at 70. And, yeah, I don't have Jean, so, like, can't even use Jean. And, don't get me wrong, another Hydro character is great because there's not that many Hydro characters. But not in this format. If Kokomi was more like Xingqiu in a sense, where you actually could just, you know, pop her ult, and like she shot out like what, like water bubbles or something, whatever you want to make her different, and actually, you know, her healing came from an off-field ability, like if her ult was off-field as well, or her even if her jellyfish was a taunt, that would make Kokomi 10 times better. But with that, she's not that good. And the thing is, everyone's talking about this negative crit stuff. That's not even the bad part about her kit, I think. No, because she's a healer. She's supposed to heal. So at the end of the day, her healing's great. It's great. But it's the things that she's missing in her kit that doesn't make her viable. Xingqiu, better off-field Hydro. You know what I mean? Barbara, I think I might get in shit water for this, but I think Barbara has better healing. And the reason I think Barbara has better healing is because simply enough with Barbara, triangle, swap off. Your team's at full HP. Your team is at full HP with Barbara. You do not need to stay on the field with, you know, Barbara, unless you actually need that deep healing. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, with Barbara, you heal off your normal attacks off of your skill. Yes, that's a 30-second cooldown, but that's what I'm saying. That's just a cooldown. You don't actually have to, you know, build the energy up for that. Barbara's ult is what just gives you max HP. Just heals you all the way up. And the thing is that I don't want to just be negative and be like, Kokomi is garbage. Ha 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 ha. Kokomi is trash. But it's just how it is. She's not viable. She's not that good. And I get it. I get why people are angry. I get why people are asking for a buff. Definitely now. Because now it feels as if units aren't like even viable. These 5-star units aren't even worth the money, so why even release them? And I would love to see more units that are actually viable, like Ayaka and Yoimiya. We could talk about Yoimiya and all, you know, everyone's skipping her and all that stuff. But at least with Yoimiya, she actually is a pyro character who actually can do damage. Like, I've seen Kokomi do some things, but at the same time, I just look at it and it's like, I feel as if it's just not worth it at all for what I've seen. It's just not worth it. I think you could get a better unit anywhere else. And that's the sad part, because I know so many people like her and so many people waited for her, but that's just the sad truth, is that Kokomi can be replaced by a plethora of characters. Barbara, Noelle, especially for me, because I have a C6 Noelle and a C6 Barbara. So That's what I'm saying, is that these are 4-star characters that you could easily max out, especially if you play the game for a long time. As whereas versus a C0 Kokomi, I can't recommend it. I just can't. I just cannot recommend that. And I don't want to make this a Kokomi hate video or just talk about Kokomi. But with Ball, like, I didn't get Ball nor Kokomi, but with Ball, it feels as if Ball is way more viable because she's giving you energy, and she's actually, you know, refilling all your energy, which helps everyone. Healing helps everyone, but when you have other units who can do that, you know, that's awesome. With energy restoration, there's only one unit who can do that, which is MC. That's it. The only MC can do that. And with MC, it's a little bit better because MC's ability is off field. So even still, Ball's a little bit replaced even then. But Ball does a shit ton of damage, so you can justify Ball. With Kokomi, yes, you can do a shit ton of damage, but you're not even going to be critting half the time. You're just going to get 5k, 5k, 5k. With her fully maxed out, probably. So it's like, I don't know. That's my opinion. With the Archon quest in 2.1, again, I liked it, but it could have been better. And so that's the main thing I always keep coming back to with 2.1. I need to end this video soon because my voice is getting very raspy, and yeah. But I'm going to wrap it up here and basically say, simply enough, 2.1 could have been better. It could have really been better. And I don't want to be negative because I know there's already a lot of negativity in the community. There's already a lot of, you know, hostility, a lot of just anger. But I have to just be real and be honest and say, MiHoYo, y'all missed the mark for real. And fishing was cool. It looked pretty good, but in execution, all of this came out pretty average. And I just hope that they can bounce back. And I hope that next anniversary, next time around, we can just get better. I'll speak about the anniversary rewards in a different video because that's just crazy. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all of that is very much appreciated. Thank you for tolerating my sick ass and my sick voice and how sick I am. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna try to recuperate and do better. But see ya. Have a nice day. Bye.